Good morning. Good morning. My name is Roshan C. Evans. For those of you that do not know me, I'll do a quick run through. Yes, it may be a little repetitive, but the quick run through is for those that may be their first time tuning in. So, not to take up too much time, I'll give you a real quick gist of who I am and why I am here. One, when I was 17, a female 1 year and 4 months younger than me snuck away from her home. I had no idea she snuck away from her house. She came out to do what she wanted to do, which was be grown. And we did what we did, which was consensual, but we never had sex in life ever. Not once, never even a kiss. We touched each other. It was mutual. She had sex that night with somebody else in the house with almost the same name as me. That was also consensual. Her mom freaked out once she realized her daughter snuck away from the house. And the situation ended up getting me sucked into a system, and I signed a plea deal for touching a minor, not because I was touching people's babies and kids, but because the system wanted to satisfy this angry parent that couldn't control her mom, and I was a young black male in a courtroom by myself. No support system. So I signed a plea deal for touching a minor again, even though we was 1 year and 4 months apart, because she fell between the ages of 13 and 16 while I was 17. My plea deal arrangements, at the time I thought, talking to my lawyer, that I would only get 36 months probation, 6 months ankle monitor before I accepted the plea deal. Ultimately, it landed me on a lifetime registry because I moved to Houston, Texas. Now, I make videos. A lot of the videos that I make may not have a solution within the video. I get it, right? And that's because the topic that I talk about is such a taboo topic. It's a topic people don't want to look into, dig into. You know, people have, this is not something that people wish to try to figure out how to fix this here. It's either you is or you not. You either a sex offender or you not. You got sucked into the system, so what? Who cares? You shouldn't have committed a crime, quote unquote, from the general public. But again, through my videos, I make it known through my videos, and I be trying to give people that mental gift that I wish it was simple, much more simple for people to understand, and that is, just because you sign a plea deal don't make you guilty of a crime you signed a plea deal for, but yet was probably looking for leniency because you couldn't afford proper counsel, adequate counsel, or was afraid of a maximum punishment on something you didn't do. What I wish people got and understood is that just because you take something to trial while innocent and lose don't make you guilty of what you were sentenced for and lost in trial. It could just mean you didn't have enough money to pay for your innocence. So my videos, for me, mentally in my mind, I have solutions of how to fix certain issues. But these fixings of the issues that I have in my mind is black and white, and I'm not a lawmaker or a policy maker. So fixing the issue is really something that I can't do personally. So all I can do is educate you on how the system impact people like myself and give you reason, if you have the power as a lawmaker, to change the system. So I'm sharing my story in hopes other people will come up and come out and share their story to give people reason to change the system. Yes, I am asking you And I am using these videos, and hopefully it encourages you to come out and share your story to give lawmakers, politicians, people with power and money reason to push to change the system. My last couple videos. Oh, you know what? Before I go to the last couple videos, there's one thing that I do want to tell you. One thing that I will not tell you to do. You know, like a lot of people will push you into conforming into the system. That's something I'm not going to do. You know, I would not sit up here and try to find ways for you to ease and overlook the pain you experience as a sex offender. I would not try to figure out ways to rationale to tell you how this system is proper and adequate and ways you can get around your pain and hurt. I will not do that. You know, so what I will do is encourage you to share your story so we can give people reason to change the system by telling them something that they don't know, even if you have to drill something in people's heads so they can understand. But anyways, I made 2 previous videos. It was about the driver's license, where DMV charged me twice in the same month for a driver's license. One was on May 2nd, and I got my paper copy on May 2nd, driver's license, when it came in the mail a little bit less than 2 weeks later. I realized it expired in a couple weeks, so I had to go to the DMV to take another driver's license photo to renew it in the same month. Then they gave me an extended year, and they said that they had charged me, one, because I was back paying from the years I didn't have a driver's license, so on and so forth. Ultimately, I had to go up there. They did say they would mail me a check, a refund for one of my driver's license after a couple days of, you know, trying to explain to them how they double charged me when they shouldn't have. But I have this letter that I want to read you that tripped me out, because I received this letter. At the beginning, and I think this is the wrong one. Hold on. Let me check my bag, because I got this letter I received at the beginning of the year, and it is something that I really want to share with you. Okay. So it appears I do not have that letter on me. But if you give me a moment, I'm going to run and go get that letter. So, this is a letter you must be aware of. So, I'll see you in a couple minutes. Okay. So, I had to go all the way back home to find this paper that I wanted to read to you. And this paper, as you can see, comes from the state of Texas. The state of Texas Department of Public Safety, P.O. Box 4087, Austin, Texas 78773-0001. Addressed to Roshan C. Evans. Now, I received this paper in the mail at the beginning of the year, January 2022. My birthday is May 28th, right? And I'm going to read this paper to you from the Texas Department of Public Safety. It says, Renewal notice for classified sex offender, CSO. Your Texas ID card will expire in 6 months. Okay, I received this in December. It says your Texas ID card will expire in 6 months. Driver's license services are appointed by you only. You may not renew your driver's license or identification card until you are within 60 days of the expiration date. However, this notice is being provided to ensure that you can renew your driver's license or identification card prior to expiration. Please make an appointment at www.dps.texas.gov. Remember that the appointment cannot be more than 60 days prior to expiration. Failure to renew by the date of expiration will result in indefinite revocation of your driver's license or identification card beginning at 5/29/2022. Translation of this letter that was mailed out to me 6 months prior to getting my identification card. They told me to make sure that I renew my driver's license 2 months prior to the expiration of my birthday. Even though if I renew, okay, my birthday May 28th. If I renew in April, they still gonna make me renew again in May. But this give me 60 days. The DMV give me 30 days prior, but this paper with this new policy, what it's stating is if my driver's license or identification card expire by 1 day, if it go 1 day past my birthday, my driver's license will be indefinitely expired. It says failure to renew by date of expiration will result in indefinite revocation of your driver's license or identification card on May, then they put it May 29th, 2020. So, if my driver's license or identification card, if it had expired by 1 day, it would have indefinitely expired, meaning I would never be able to get a driver's license or identification card again. My birth date is on May 28th. 1 day later, if I did not renew before my birthday and 1 day after my birthday, if this ID would have expired, I would never be able to get one again. And this identification card, driver's license, is what I need to check in with the sex offender registration office, right? With no driver's license or identification card, you cannot register as a sex offender, which means you go back to prison. You go back to prison, the identification card that you have now is a jail or prison identification card that you would need to check in with. Now, I'm going to go back to the previous 2 videos I created about them charging me for 1 driver's license that I took on May the 2nd. When I received it, less than 2 weeks later, my hard copy driver's license that actually expired on May the 28th, which was my birthday. So if I did not catch that, this driver's license expired on May 28th, the same month that I actually got my driver's license, if I didn't catch that my hard copy, my brand new hard copy driver's license expired on May 28th, if May 29th would have gotten here before this expired, if this would have expired and I didn't catch it, my driver's license, according to this paper from the Texas Department of Public Safety, on May 29th, the day after my birthday, this one that I took in May would have indefinitely expired, meaning I would have never been able to get a driver's license, meaning I would have automatically been sentenced to prison because I wouldn't have been able to get a driver's license or identification card to register as a sex offender. Now, I hope I'm clear and I hope you understand me, right? But now I ask you a question. So I get questions in the comments, right? And they say, well, what is the solution? So I'm going to ask you. And if you like to type a solution in the chat, feel free. But as far as I'm concerned, a solution, the only solutions I see will be on the end of those with the power, right? So again, I'm not creating these videos to tell you how to stay in compliance and how to conform to a system that don't make sense. I'm not sitting up here trying to figure out how to create the best solutions so you can conform, in a way to follow a rule that is set up to only oppress. The reason for these videos, I'm trying to figure out a way so people with power can understand the reasons why they need to find solutions to the laws that they create that cause more harm than good. That's the reasons for these videos. If my driver's license would have expired by one day, that would have cost me, or it would have gave me an automatic prison sentence, because according to this brand new law, if I didn't get my driver's license before my birthday, I was going to prison.